So going from, so we have the gym now, and the shows are starting to open up again, so that's exciting. And you're prepping for a show. What show's that, and where are you at, and what's going to happen there?
Yeah. So the shows are starting to open back up now. Thank God. We'll see if we can't get to phase 2 here in BC. If we can do that, then July 17th, the Showdown is going to go off.
Right.
That's one that we promote here in town. And hopefully that's the case, because we had to cancel last year because of COVID. It's almost been a year and a half, and the island just needs to see it done now. I got a lot of athletes that have been plugging me for almost a year going like, am I going to get on stage or what?
Yeah.
So we're excited about that. And then I'm actually currently in prep for the VanCity Showdown, which is in Vancouver. That's the one you mentioned that you did a couple of years back. And VanCity is our sister show. It's one that I actually helped Corey promote over there as well. And West Coast Iron has their bid in on that as well. And I'm 18 weeks out now, roughly. I think 18 weeks out. Prepping with Ron again. Yeah, it's good, man. I take prep pretty seriously when I get into it. So, 20 weeks out, day of, start cardio, here we go. All that kind of stuff. The diet, I'll diet myself to death. That's just how it's going to be. And we'll just see how it goes. I mean, I'd expect to be in pretty good shape here in the next 8 weeks. And then for the next 10, we can toy and play.
Yeah. What, just my interest, like, what do you have to drop to? Like, where do you have to get to? Where are you at now? Where you have to get to, do you think?
So last show I competed at, I weighed in at 197.5. The cutoff for light heavyweights 198.
Whew.
Yeah.
Well, you had to shave a little bit extra off, just trim the beard.
But I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to weigh this show. We were talking about that a bit before, and I was saying to Ron, I was like, well, it'd be pretty interesting if I could sneak back in the light heavies. And I'm 230 right now.
Oh, wow. You got to come down 30 in 18 weeks.
Honestly, I don't think I have 30 pounds to give.
Yeah.
I just the shape that I'm in right now. And I don't get too sloppy in the off season. I'm not doing cardio by any means that often, but I definitely keep the diet pretty tight. And I mean, it's been almost 2 and a bit years since I did my last show. So I imagine there's substantial tissue gain too.
Yeah.
At this point. So we'll just see, man. I mean, the thing with shows, and I say this to everybody, I'm 5'7", I'm 5'7" roughly. Like, I'm never going to be the biggest guy on stage. Someone at 6 foot that's carrying just as much mass looks big. Just do.
Yeah.
So you better have dice glutes, man. You better be shredded. So that's always the goal. Just come in as peeled as you can, and where the weight falls, it falls. I won't be shocked if I end up falling into the heavyweight category, but we'll just see where it comes.
Yeah. So, there's been a lot of people that have been prepping, stop prepping, bulking, just because the shows get canceled. And I got caught in that a little bit myself. And what's, when you look at prepping and you've done it now and you know what to do, is there any small piece of advice you can give someone who's, kind of new to it? They're excited. What's the advice?
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Too many people in the industry not enjoying it.
Yeah.
Too many people talking about the hunger, the negatives, there's too much negativity drawn towards prep. And it's really interesting to me. I did this thing in my first prep, and I remember this because I had a couple big hardcore guys come to me after my prep was done, my first show. And they said, man, the one thing I want to say to you that has really impressed me is you kept your mindset so positive this entire time. And I looked at it and I was like, bro, this is a choice. If you don't want to be here, get out.
Right.
Like, it's not. And unfortunately, I think what's happened with bodybuilding, Instagram came in 2012, it created a crazy scene for us. Now everybody wants to be a bodybuilder, be on stage.
Sure.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's done so much good for this industry. It's not even funny. Like, Instagram blew it up and so much good. But it also created this concept that everyone can compete. It's a pretty hardcore sport. Not everyone plays basketball. I'm 5'7". I'm never going to play hoops, man.
Yeah.
6'7" guy, he's probably never going to step on stage as a bodybuilder.
Sure. Yeah.
Someone's going to try, though.
Yeah.
You see the point there? Like the problem with that being is like we all know better to not go and shoot hoops, but somehow
Right.
we don't all know better to not necessarily compete if it's not in the cards for us.
Right.
And this was never a weight loss pageant either.
Right.
This was always about competing with the most musculature, right?
Right.
So, yeah, it's kind of a big mess with it. But what I tell a lot of the young competitors is to actually just enjoy it.
Right.
All a choice. You know, enjoy pushing yourself. Enjoy seeing how much you can suffer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, be a little sadistic with it if you want.
Yeah.
Like, I actually, it's like, man, I start getting like cheese grater glutes, and I'm going like, how fucking cool can I look now?
Yeah.
You know, like it's not about the food. The food's always going to be there. It's just a time and place. Like we can be shredded for 20, 26 weeks, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Food ain't going anywhere.
Yeah. Do you ever worry?
Same for years.
Yeah. I hear a lot of people, and this seems to be it's like the naysayers of the entire industry, you know, like, hey, I got to lose 20 or 30 pounds in the next 15, 16 weeks. And then firstly, they say, well, that's not healthy. And secondly, you're going to lose all your muscle. And like, how do you respond back to it? You've heard it. Well, how do you respond back to that?
Every human is completely different, and you don't really know the science experiment that's going on. So the statement's null and void.
Yeah.
Like,
forget about it.
The body's just too, like, I don't know, man. I know guys that don't try hard that look better than me.
Yeah.
So who are we to say what's right and wrong with any of it, really? It's, I don't know. When people have this opinion in the sport on naysaying this or saying that, 9 times out of 10, I just look at them and go like, well, unless you've really, really spent some time at this, tried it, or been your own science experiment, don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's kind of the message, right? Yeah. Like you got to try it.
Just don't know.
Give it a shot.
Until you've tried it, you don't really know.
Yeah, that's right.